It's been a while since we've all recorded. Reddit on Wiki starts right now.
Get therapy.
What is up, Wiki Maniacs, and welcome back to another Monday Reddit Readings episode. I'm your host today, the Punny Pinoy John. With me, as usual, are my boys, Josh, and the birthday boy himself, Sean Salvino. Happy birthday, my guy.
Birthday.
Thank you, brother.
What are you doing on your birthday?
Yeah, what you doing?
I actually have no plans. I had a field day because one of the other homies has a birthday close to mine. So the last couple of years we've been doing joint stuff.
Nice.
So had a field day, and then had dinner with my family 2 days ago. I haven't had it yet, but by the time this comes out, I will have had it 2 days ago. And then today, I don't know what's going on. Besides the ghost affecting my camera.
It's visiting you. It's visiting you.
It's been there for weeks. I'm starting to see the comments. I worried about it weeks ago. We thought it was fine, but people are noticing.
Yeah.
Peek behind the scenes, we were joking around how the Pope rescinded Sean's blessing in his house. That's why oh my God.
Stop talking about the Pope. God damn
it.
Oh
Audio listeners, Sean's camera is acting up. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, that was
Don't
wild.
speak on him.
That was wild.
That's my dog.
All right. Well, we are kind of on a time crunch because Josh got to watch his hockey game. So before we get started today, if you enjoy what we do, consider being a patron or YouTube member to unlock bonus stories, episodes, live streams. And if I'm not mistaken, if you are a rich, both YouTube and patron, we will be having our monthly live stream this coming Wednesday. So
we will.
And we will all be there.
Yes.
Ad-free episodes and many more. All our links on the show notes. Also, brand new merch at RedditOnWikiShop.com and Wikimaniacs. If Sean is truly your favorite, put your money where your mouth is. And if you want this to be his special day, make sure today is the highest grossing day for our merch.
Whoa.
Of course, half of what we make from that this month, half of what we make this month will go towards charity. RedditOnWikiShop.com. Boys, ready to get started?
Let's do it.
I got one announcement before we start. Canadians, today is voting day as well as Sean's birthday. So get out and vote. Don't let the dumbest people be the only people to vote.
Don't be like America, Canada.
Learn from our mistakes. And the comment section better be flooded with happy birthday, Sean, and the most obscene spelling of his name. That'd
Absolutely.
I'll never see it.
You know what?
Only type how my name
You know what? For his birthday, spell it right for him.
Yeah. Whoa. So that way he can see it, because otherwise he won't search.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's at least 100 different ways y'all have spelled it. Y'all are
different permeations of your name, right?
Yes.
Insane.
Yes.
All right. So ready to get started today, brothers.
Let's do it.
All right. This first story is cross-posted by Charming Starling from r/self. The title is, I offered to pay for a stranger's items when their card declined, and it all went downhill from there.
Did your card also get declined? Because that would be kind of funny.
That would be hilarious.
I got this. Oh my God.
Shit.
Have you guys done that before? Like, just randomly pay for a stranger's meal or...
Oh, I thought I had card declined. I was like, absolutely.
I've had my card declined.
Card declined for sure.
Yeah, when I was in college and just being like, please work.
Bro, I hate it when they go like, sir, your card. Damn, bitch, can you be any louder?
Sir, you're poor. You're poor.
Fuck, I know that. God.
I can see the card reader say error. I don't need your commentary on it.
Yo, one time two of my cards declined and I was just sweating like crazy. I didn't know what to say. I just fucking walked away. I'm like, I'm sorry.
The 2 back to back is tough.
That is tough.
Yeah. That is tough. I think that's happened to me as well. So
I've had it where it declined, and then like at Costco, they only take Visa.
Mm-hmm.
So my Visa declined, and then I had a MasterCard, and they're just like, I'm sorry. We can't.
Costco only Visa.
Yeah.
Tough. That's tough.
Yeah.
And I waited. It was for gas, so I was waiting in line for a long time because you know how Costco gas stations be.
They keep the cost low.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Waited 15 minutes and then pulled out immediately. Embarrassed.
To answer your question, though, no, I've never done at a grocery store to offer to pay for someone, but I've done coffee order. I paid for someone behind me once.
I've never done anybody random, just friends.
I think the only one that I've kind of done is like usually when like, someone is like asking for like change and they have a sign that says I'm hungry or something. I was like, hey, come on, if there's a restaurant across the street or across, I'm like, hey, come on, I'll get you whatever you want. But then sometimes like, in the social setting, when you say something like, hey, I got you, it's usually like 1 or 2 items. But this person kind of bought like 3 meals and I was like, well, fuck. I mean, I set myself up, but it is what it is at that point.
You got to hold to your honor at that one.
Yeah, next time I'm going to be explicit and say, get one thing. I got you.
What one meal would you like?
Yeah. All right. Well, story goes is this. I was waiting in line at the grocery store waiting to check out, and there was a woman in front of me with 2 young kids. When it was her turn to pay, her card declined. The cashier tried it twice, but it still declined. And when she asked the woman if she had cash instead, the woman said that she didn't. She was about to leave her things, but as it was only 1 loaf of bread and a jar of peanut butter, I offered to pay for them. She thanked me and then asked if she could grab something else really quick, and I found myself nodding because I was caught off guard.
She 32-inch flat. Not even a big one, but enough to where you're like, should I pay for this? Because if she pulled out an 80-inch, clearly it's a no, but a 32-inch, you're like, I mean, I could.
No, it's still a no. It's absolutely.
I feel like you're taking advantage. I could, but
how buff you got to be to just carry that 80-inch TV by yourself without bulky ass box?
The 2 little kids at one end and her at the
other. Child labor. She came back with a carton of eggs, women's sanitary towels, milk, and some toilet paper. By this point, my brain just couldn't compute, and I just smiled and proceeded to pay for everything and mine. She thanked me again, and I told her no worries when we went our separate ways. I'm still trying to process what happened. It's not like she got luxuries. Those were literally basic necessities, and I was well off. I definitely wouldn't bat an eye, but I am just a poor college freshman who was just trying to do something nice with the little that I have.
Well, I mean,
I don't think that went downhill.
No, I don't think so. It's the same situation with John, where it's like, hey, I'll get you a meal, and then it's like, get 3. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything because like I know you're probably down on your luck. Mm-hmm. I'm in a position where I can still afford this, and so it's just like I'm gonna help you out either way. Yeah, it's like it's not like she went and grabbed like a TV, like you said.
Yeah,
it was like essentials that are like she probably needs these things, and it's like so you're in a spot where you're just like, yeah, you know what, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't have kids, but I imagine by yourself, 2 young kids. You're only going to the store if you absolutely need to. And then like by the fact that they only got like bread and peanut butter, that probably means that's all they could afford at the moment.
Yeah.
So, if you give them the chance, they're going to buy other things that they need. And nothing too, again, you're a broke college student, freshman, but nothing too crazy. So, and it sounds like, like you said, you're well off. So you're fine. It's just, it took you aback, but I don't think there's anything bad that happened. I think you did the right thing, and karma should go your way.
And that's what I was gonna say, Sean. Like I'm a firm believer in karma, and I feel like good things happen. And if you put good out, I think you get good in return. And it's one of those things too that like a lot of people commented that what you guys were saying that I'm glad that she was not the person asking for help is not really taking it. In a way, it was kind of taking advantage of someone's kindness because they're like, hey, can I add a little bit more? However, a lot of people are saying that, hey, it sounds like this person was really down on their luck, and kind of what you guys were saying, the things that they were getting, peanut butter, bread, with 2 kids, and all they were asking for is, sanitary items, which we think that it should be free or way cheaper, in my opinion. And this was a top comment that was included. You did a nice thing and also learned about boundaries, probably for less than a therapist would charge you. So this is a win-win situation. Next time, just say, hey, I'm close to having my card declined too, but I'll get these things for you if you like. You're a good person, but also remember that if you help a drowning person, they can drown you too. When conducting a rescue, ensure to take steps to protect yourself. Put on your oxygen mask first before you help someone else, then help everyone you can. Also, she's clearly 1 notch away from homeless if she can't afford pads with bread and peanut butter. You probably saved her life for a week. So, as a consolation, I think you should at least pat yourself in the back that you helped a family stay afloat for at least possibly a week.
Yeah, I mean, it is technically her taking advantage of him, but it's just it's someone who is so down on their luck. They need those items, and it's just like you can't be mad at that person.
Yeah.
They're in a tough spot. So good on OP.
And she asked.
Yes,
yeah, she did.
She wasn't. I
mean, it's a position where you're put in, and you're just like, well, I'm not going to say no now
because I'm going to look like an asshole.
but yeah, she did ask, which is the most you can ask for, I guess.
Yeah.
And this is a whole another, aspect of it. I wish there was more resources available for people like this. Like, I volunteered in food pantries a lot, and it's a sad state, and you kind of take a step back sometimes and just like, man, a lot of things I take for granted every day of just having a full pantry of food and just having readily available stuff. Not everyone can say that, and it's unfortunate. And I wish there was more resources to help people like this, because I feel like everyone deserves to have a full belly at least, or at least sustained enough to that you're not worried about what you're going to eat the next day. But
yeah,
we got billionaires who fucking do extra stupid shit. But, that's another topic for another day for me.
Once again, vote for the correct person.
Yes. Yes. All right. Moving on to the next story. This one is cross-posted by Plea, lower score fixed, lower score 8793. The title is, "My sister made up a dead brother to her spouse and in-laws. I accidentally outed the lie, but why am I the bad guy here?"
I don't think you are the bad guy. I think that's a crazy thing to make up about your family.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a big, big lie.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this one is a doozy. I will give you just a warning that there is there's a trigger warning, mentions of death in the family within the story. Also, this hasn't.
It's a fake death.
It is.
Right?
It is. It is. It is.
That's crazy.
But there is going to be an update just so you guys know. So buckle in for this one. Usually a lurker, but something happened tonight that has me incredibly confused. Apologies in advance for the length. Backstory: I'm the eldest of 4 sisters. We're stair-step 2 years apart. I'm Meg, OP, 38. Joe is 36. Beth is 34, and Amy is 32. And your parents were busy for those years, boy.
I will also say, rare to get OP's name. You know what I mean?
True.
They just usually say I.
Yeah.
Whatever, like female or male.
Good on you, Meg. Our parents used to joke about how they kept trying for a boy, but finally gave up after girl number 4. Not gonna lie, it hurt our feelings a little, especially Amy. But they stopped that and assured us they wouldn't change anything.
It's damn hard to hear from your parents to be like, yeah, we really wanted a boy.
You guys are not good enough.
You guys were disappointments. Jesus.
Every one of us has at least one daughter. I am the only sister that has a son. At 17, he's the eldest grandchild, and I'm fairly certain he's my dad's favorite person in the world. They are best friends. It's adorable. Okay, now that you have the backstory / family history, let's talk about tonight. My son, who is very intelligent and absolutely crushed high school, recently received his acceptance letter to a pretty prestigious university. Full ride. What's that like?
Sheesh. Hell yeah.
Ooh, can't relate. We're incredibly proud, and my folks wanted to throw him a little congratulatory party, and tonight worked for all of our schedules. At one point, Amy brought up that it is Sibling Appreciation Day, and Mom said she wanted all of our girls to say what we appreciate about our sisters. And we go youngest to eldest, with most of the compliments going to me, as I was kind of a second mom to them. I told each of my sisters how much I loved them, among other things, and then finished my speech off saying something like, "And I really appreciate that we didn't have any gross boys stinking up our house." All of us, but boys do be stinking. Especially after gym class. Oh my God, I smell like armpits and Axe, man. That was like the worst time.
Soccer practice, my gym bag was
the worst. It smelled like BO. My goodness. All of us but Beth and her husband laughed. Beth's eyes got really big, and her husband, Chase, looked at me like I was something he scraped off the bottom of his shoe. Suddenly, he says, "That's pretty fucked up." I said something like, "I don't know, Chase. I've smelled you after your workouts. It's pretty bad." And he got even more mad and said, "How could you talk about Tyler like that?" And Beth starts losing her mind, guys. She's grabbing him by the arm and begging him to hush, saying they need to go home now. So naturally, I'm like, who's Tyler? Well, friends, apparently Tyler is Beth's twin that died during childbirth. And it made our folks and me so depressed that nobody is allowed to speak of him or reference him ever. Beth forbade him and his parents from ever mentioning to any family member. After Chase told us this, nobody said a word. It was so damn tense. Finally, I just kind of bluntly said, I'm not sure why, but Beth lied to you about this. I think you guys should talk about it, but I don't want to hear anything else about this tonight as we're here to celebrate my son.
Yeah.
I gotta say, that's a fucking crazy ass lie to make up.
Well, also, like, I don't know why he got so mad because it's just like, it's my trauma if I make a joke about that. Like, it's not your place to intervene. You know
he's
what I
probably
mean?
getting mad on behalf of his wife.
Right, but it'd be the same as losing a sibling to OP, right?
I mean, but he's probably just acting as,
He's like, I've seen my wife cry for Tyler.
Yeah.
That's
which would
her twin.
be insane.
That's the part I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now?
She definitely cried. There's no way you bring this up with her.
After that, Beth burst into tears and ran into her old bedroom with Chase.
She's crying
Mom,
already.
And ran into her old bedroom with Chase, Mom, and Joe following her. The party never fully recovered, and they took off pretty shortly after that. I stayed behind to help clean, and so my dad and son could hang some more. While I'm doing the dishes, my mom scolded me pretty harshly about calling Beth a liar.
What the fuck? I'm getting accosted at my son's party because I made a joke about not having a sibling that I didn't have.
That I didn't know about.
That didn't know existed.
Yeah.
And now I'm the fucking bad guy? That's fucking... What a wild dance to take.
If the baby shoe fits, mother. My dad said I wasn't wrong, but I embarrassed Beth. What the hell was I supposed to do? I was getting chastised over a lie. Absolutely not. Beth also texted me that I fucked her over, and a text from Chase's phone told me I was the actual liar sister, and everyone knows that.
What the fuck?
Yo, Amy's she's wildin', bro.
So was the mom, did she get in the room with him and was like, yeah, rest in peace, Tyler? Because how is he so certain that his wife didn't lie to him?
Yeah.
You're the liar, sister.
Yeah.
I don't know if you read the room, bro, but nobody knew who Tyler was. We were all confused.
Like, did we all get the same vibe? Because it seemed like she was definitely in the wrong.
I think I just said what all of us were thinking.
Yeah.
Amy's on my side, but she and Beth always butted heads. Joe claims she's neutral, but she also told me I didn't have to call her out like that. What the hell was I supposed to do? Just take the lashing? And why is everyone acting like me calling out what I consider to be a pretty heavy lie is worse than the lie itself? How do we resolve this situation? I love my sisters so damn much. They are my best friends, but this is so weird and so wrong to put on me.
Yeah, I think this is fucking stupid.
I honestly don't know what you were supposed to do. Because he's like, what about your dead brother, Tyler? And then silence among the room. Everybody looks confused.
I don't know why.
Do you just move on? Or what are you supposed to?
Yeah.
What do they want you to do?
I don't know what the fucking backstory to begin with, why Tyler even got introduced to this shit. This is
I don't know why she's not mad at her own husband for breaking the one rule about not talking about Tyler in the family setting.
She shouldn't have lied to begin with.
Well, I mean, yes,
No,
but but why is she, you know what I mean? Like, don't be mad at your sister. She just got caught up in your own lies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's insane to me that anyone is upset with you for being like
anything.
Like, who the fuck is Tyler?
No, this is a lie. I don't know what you're talking about. After you scolded her for talking about it. I don't know. Cause this is what the path I was going down. Like you're part of the family, but you're not like the immediate family. You know what I mean? You're an in-law. To make a comment about someone else's trauma, quote unquote, in front of everyone else is like bold to do. You know what I mean? Like even if Tyler did exist and this was OP's way of coping, like that's not your place to intervene there. I don't think that's a family member to be like, all right, not cool to make that joke, but Tyler doesn't fucking exist. So this is stupid.
Use your imagination. Imagination. Happy birthday, buddy. All right. There is.
See how the camera fucked up when you said that shit?
Yeah, it did. Wow.
It's the Pope, bro.
Yeah, he's on my side.
We'll see. There is an update for this one, and they did have some questions that they wanted to address. There were some that I thought that wasn't relevant, and it was kind of just whatever. So I took that out. So one of the question is, or one of the frequently asked questions, Beth is continuing to lie and Chase is believing it, and your mom and Joe threw you under the bus too. To which OP replied or answered, Chase, I think he knew I was being truthful. Also, I said the text came from his phone, and I was actually thinking Beth sent it, and that's not Chase's vibe. About mom and Joe, they didn't throw me under the bus, but I'll go into more detail soon.
Why soon? Just now. Right. You're already typing it up.
It's got to be an official update. You know what I mean? It can't be just in a comment.
Yeah, Sean, come on now. Is it possible my mom had twins and I just forgot or didn't know about the death? And he answered, absolutely not. I was at all of my sister's births. I don't remember Joe's, but I do remember Beth and Amy's, and there were no multiples, no deaths, no funerals, no depression. Then they also put, the birth certificate will prove it. It sure would, yes, but I'm not about to try to strong arm my sister into showing her husband her birth certificate. And someone commented, your sister is mentally ill, also the golden child, and you're the scapegoat. To which they answered, I'm not about to say my sister is sick, but I do think she has some issues, as we all do. There's no golden child and scapegoat in this family. My parents were and are really good about treating us all fairly and equally. And then last kind of frequently asked question or statement, you could have / should have been more tactful / pulled her aside / not called her a liar. And they put, had I known that Tyler was my dead brother, I never would have asked who he was. Chase and I tease each other a lot, and I honestly thought he was about to come out with some kind of funny joke, a la these nuts.
Yeah.
And then her response to my lack of tact, I don't know. I think it's pretty lacking in tact to make up a whole dead sibling. And really, facts are facts. She lied, and that's that. The night was about my son, so I squashed the issue and choose to move forward, hoping to end the conversation with as little drama as possible. Also, I gotta say, I feel bad for the son because this was supposed to be about him, and then now
that too. But my whole thing, like with the tact thing, it's like, you don't know this situation exists. How are you supposed to go about this tactfully? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know what Amy wanted you to do when you say, "Who's Tyler?" and then he goes, "Your dead brother," and then the room is silent.
Like, what? How do you respond to that tactfully when you have no fucking clue what's going on?
I mean, who the fuck is Tyler is like the immediate response from everybody. I think all of us reading this story too, like, who the fuck was Tyler?
Exactly. And then you're expecting like, like if you have that rapport with, I forget his name,
Chase.
but Chase, and you think it's going to be like, D's nuts type of joke. Like that's how you would react. And then when you hear, no, your dead brother, like, well, I've never had a dead brother. You know what I mean? So it's just like,
right.
It's like, how else was OP supposed to respond to that? I truly don't understand those types of comments.
Same. All right. Well, on to the update, guys. After a night of barely sleeping and my blood pressure dangerously high, I called my mom this morning, fully ready to let out an emotionally charged tirade about how I feel they unfairly threw me under the bus and took Beth's side when she objectively did the worst thing. My mom answered the phone apologizing and asked me to just listen. When she and Joe followed Beth and Chase to Beth's room, Mom did tell Chase that Tyler was not real and this is an issue between her and Chase, and they should probably leave because she didn't want the evening ruined. She did get onto me, but it was mostly out of sympathy and empathy for Beth, and she recognized it wasn't okay. She apologized for that. She spoke with Chase this morning, and Beth finally came clean early this morning, after hours of denying the lie. So I still don't understand why she was denying the lie after that.
Yeah. I mean, good on the mom for apologizing after the fact and realizing it was her mistake.
Yeah.
And for telling Chase the truth as well.
Yeah.
My whole thing is, I don't know why she did the lie in the first place. I hope that's part of this update, but it seems weird to me.
Something I didn't mention, as I didn't feel it was pertinent to the story, is Beth's eldest daughter isn't Chase's biological daughter. He's been around since M was 2. Oh, also the daughter's name's M. Also kind of pertinent is that Chase is a first responder. He loves to be a hero, and he's very good in that role. He met Beth doing victims advocacy, and as such, I believe they both view him as saving Beth. This has long been speculated, but it's not exactly our place to say anything, and we all love Chase. He's an amazing person. And Beth is no dummy. She picked up on Chase's hero complex immediately. It appears that in an effort to make herself look more sympathetic, vulnerable, broken, she lied about having a twin brother that died in childbirth. I guess being in an abusive relationship and having a small child just wasn't enough. She did not have to do that. They've been together 10 years now, and not once did she come clean. To me, that proves a clear pattern of deceit and manipulation. However, I'm not going to speculate on her mental health problems or reasonings for not coming clean. That is for her and her husband to deal with. Neither one of them have called or texted me to apologize, and I'm honestly unsure if they will. Beth is more of the rug sweeping type, while I'm a confront issues head on type. I will not be cutting my sister off for this, though I love her, and at the end of the day, I just want her to be happy and healthy. I do hope that this whole issue will cause her to rethink some of her life choices, and maybe she could get some therapy. I think we could all use therapy, to be honest. True.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now. My mom did not offer any information about how Beth and Chase are doing, and I did not ask. It's not my business. I have not heard from Joe, but Amy and I have been texting all morning, and she's being my best good friend right now and providing a lot of support. Hopefully we can all move forward and grow together in the future. Thanks again for the support you have all sent my way.
I mean, as good of an update as you can get, I guess. It sounds like the family, well, your mom apologized, and yeah, definitely your sister needs to get help.
Yeah.
Because that's a weird thing to lie about, to get someone to feel like they need to save you.
Yeah. And that's not something that you say, or, like weaponize that type of quote unquote trauma to like stroke someone's ego. Like, bro, you don't need that. If you have a good relationship, you don't need to do all that shit.
You shouldn't need someone to feel like they need to save you.
Yes.
In your relationship. It should be, I don't know. So that's definitely something she's got to work on. It sounds like she has past traumatic relationships.
Sounds like it. Yeah. From a story.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely something she needs to work on. Definitely recommend, regular therapy as well as couples therapy. If, Chase wants to stay, because I think
that's a big lie.
That's a big lie.
That's a big
betrayal,
lie.
Deceit.
Yeah.
And that's like foundation broken. And the whole time they've been together pretty much.
Yeah. So there might need to be more things that are aired out, but I wish the best for them, and hopefully this gets sorted out.
The ghost of Tyler is now haunting
this fucking camera, man. I just want to get closer. But then it fucking focuses on the wrong shit. Any camera people would love your advice.
Tech has always been our weakest spot, guys.
Yeah.
Specifically me.
True.
All right. I mean, damn near almost 4 years, and we still have the same issues from day one. So what's new?
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's okay. All right. Moving on to the next story. This one is cross-posted by Angel Love 2701. I've used theirs a few times now. So.
I think I used them on Friday.
Goat at this point?
Maybe.
Never heard of you.
Gasp. All right. Well, we'll leave it to Sean if he remembers this next time. We'll press the goat button next time.
There's been a couple of goats that I forget. They've been goats for months and months.
This is going to be Sean's new strawberry bunny.
Yeah.
All right. The
That's
title...
who I was thinking of.
Who the fuck is that?
I think first time strawberry bunny.
8 times in a row.
All the strawberry bunnies like, I don't even know if they're a goat at this point. All right. The title of this one is My Mother-in-Law Stole My Spot in My Family Vacation, and I'm secretly pretty happy about it.
Hey, get some alone time, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe it's a terrible family.
Could be.
And you don't want to be going on it. So you're like, yeah, you can take my spot.
We shall see. All right, story goes as this. So I, 38 male, have been planning a summer vacation to Disney World and Universal with my wife, Peach, 38 female, and my sons, Toad and DK.
Wow. It's OP Mario.
Mm-hmm. Also, I want to go to the new Nintendo World. That shit looks fun.
It does.
I haven't even been to the old one.
Oh, it's so fun. I like the one in Osaka. Actually, wait, no, I like the one in Florida.
I rank all the Disneys and Universals. Well, just give that. Don't rank. That's going to take too long. Just the best one.
My favorite one is Disney Sea in Tokyo. And then, just
Universal.
Kidding. Yeah, Universal. I like the Universal in Japan better than in the US. Disney World is my favorite in terms of, but it's just certain rides that I like, basically.
Florida Disney?
Yeah, Florida Disney.
Okay.
Even though I'm a Southern California guy, I cannot stand Disneyland. Too small, too packed.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I don't like it. But anyways, that's my ranking.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So we also have 1-year-old baby girl Star, but throughout the entire planning process, the plan has always been to have my wife's mom, Daisy, watch Star and our dog at our house because she's still an infant and we didn't want to risk getting an infant sick or hurt while traveling. Daisy has always been fine with this and spoke about how happy she was to do this. A week ago, my wife asked me if we could change our plans around to have Daisy join us, which is the mom. This means changing our room reservation and going for an Airbnb so we all have space to be together, and getting her mom a ticket for the parks and the plane.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
So much money.
Holy shit. I asked what happened with our original plan, and she said her mom really thought it would be a more enjoyable trip if we all went, she and Star included. I asked who would watch our house and dog, and she said we could drop our dog off at a friend's for the duration of the vacation. I said I didn't want to inconvenience our friend like that, and Peach said, well, I can't tell my mom to stay home after hyping up the trip so much. So after talking about it for a few days and not coming up with a reasonable solution, I said Daisy could take my spot and I would stay home with Star. My wife protested, but I said it was the only way her mom would be able to go that allowed Star to stay at home with family. Peach and Daisy both tried to convince me to just change the plans so we could all go, but I brought up how much more expensive it would be, and the overall point is we didn't want the baby to travel yet. I told them this was the only way, and Daisy would just take my spot and they would have a vacation with the boys. My sons were pretty sad for me that I won't be going. Toad spoke about it was a bit of pity in his voice, and I told him I hope he had a blast, although I don't know if he'll really get it until he's leaving for the trip and I'm not with him. Now, here's the thing. I'm the only person who has ever been to an amusement park, as I went to Universal with friends in my 20s. Peach, Daisy, and our boys have not. I know that being in an amusement park is not all sunshine and happiness. There goes Tyler's ghost again. It's a lot of walking, a lot of waiting in line, can't relate, and a lot of mediocre, expensive food. If you're lucky, you'll get on 3 rides in an 8-hour day. Go on all of them. I was mentally prepared for this. Everyone else, however, has the idealized version of Disney World in their heads, where they'll eat a bunch of fun snacks and ride rides all day and take clear pictures in front of characters with no other tourists around. Hell, obviously, I was excited to see Super Nintendo World myself. I'm just more realistic about the overall experience, and Daisy can barely walk around Walmart once, so I don't know how she expects to walk around the park. I remember overall taking something like 20,000 steps and going about 12 miles during one day there. So instead of dealing with the BS at the airport, oh my gosh, Sean's camera is going crazy, bro.
What is going on? Really?
So instead of dealing with the BS at the airport and the long lines in the sun, I'll be hanging at home with a week off from work with my baby girl, and I'm pretty pumped thinking about it. I never have extended time with my daughter, and I know I won't be on vacation in the traditional sense, but I feel like it would be good for my mental health to just sit outside with my dog and my baby just hanging out. Like, I'm very much looking forward to a week of dad and Star time. I will absolutely miss my family, and still all the way to this morning. And Peach was asking if I was sure about staying, and there's twinges of FOMO about it here and there, but this is what's best for all of us.
Okay. I mean, I'm glad OP took it in a positive direction. I think it sucks of the mother-in-law to invite herself on the trip after she promised to watch your kid at home.
Yeah, we can't bring Star, so can you watch her? Yeah. But what if me and Star both went? Like, no,
that's not what
Star can't go.
Yeah. We don't want her on planes or near people. Like, she's still pretty young.
Now, hear me out. But what if fuck all of that and we just bring Star?
What if I say fuck your parenting and do what I want to do? It's like, no. That's going to add thousands of dollars to the trip and do exactly what we didn't want to do.
Yep.
So so unhinged of that, and kind of sucks of your wife not to stand up for you in that moment. But
that's where I'm at, because I think it all stems from her hyping up the trip.
Well, I mean, you're allowed to hype up your own trip. And not expect people to invite themselves.
But ultimately, I think it was her responsibility to like temper her mother down and say like, hey, you can't. But she she let her mom steamroll her. And now it puts the expectation for the husband to like, hey, we got to add more finances, add more like plane tickets and, park tickets, and essentially, kind of like steamrolling the whole trip, basically.
Yeah. So that sucks. But I'm glad OP is looking at it in a positive light and being like, hey, I never get to, take a week off and hang out with my daughter. So I hope he enjoys his week, not vacation.
Daddy-daughter date.
Being a parent, just hanging out with your newborn and your dog. I mean, that sounds like a blast in my opinion.
Yeah. So good luck to him.
There is an update for this one. That was very recent. That was posted 8 days ago. So update goes as this. The original plan is back on.
Oh, God.
That sucks even more. You just keep, it's not like, stick with one plan, God damn it. I mean, if the wife is finally putting her foot down and being like, no, we're going to the original plan. It's like, okay, well, it's still pretty late. Like, how did you do that in the first fucking place?
Also, how do plane tickets work? Can you just, don't they have to go to a certain name? You can't just keep switching names back and
forth?
No,
I think they haven't bought the tickets for the mother-in-law yet.
Right.
So, okay. And I mean, sometimes there could be flexible airfare where you can transfer. I've done it a few times where I'm like, hey, I can't go. Transferring my ticket to someone else, and then they'll just pay me back or something.
Is that what that ticket insurance is that I never buy?
It's
what that does?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, sometimes like when you buy not the basic fare and you buy like the ticket, then you have more insurance and guarantees of like you can swap it out or send it to someone else.
What's that like?
Yeah, beats me, brother.
Oh my God. Yeah. Like flying internationally and fucking economy was like a nightmare. I'm like, I can't do this.
That's all I do.
That's all I be most of our only option.
I was like, oh my God, this is traumatizing. I never want to do this shit ever again. Like, what the fuck is this wiggle room? Where is it?
We all have the same job, but one person is significantly richer.
Well, yeah.
How does that work? Gotta check the numbers.
Well, have a rich wife. All right. The story or the update goes as this. So the original plan is back on. The day I posted this, my wife talked to me and apologized for trying to change things up. Peach and Daisy talked and she said she needed me there and we would do something with more family at a later date. She and her mom just really thought it would be cute to have the whole family together, but logistically, it just wasn't going to work out. She said she felt really bad about me giving up my spot so that Daisy could go instead of me. And that happening was never even an option in her mind. Like she would never suggest or want that. In her defense, I could see that being true. It was a couple of days back and forth suggestions that weren't working before I suggested Daisy taking my spot. So it really was more of my suggestion than hers. I called Daisy later and apologized while thanking her for the whole thing. She was cool about it and she basically said the same thing my wife did, that she would never go instead of me. It's my family and she feels better having a man around. I agreed, and as someone suggested in the comments, I'll be doing something nice for her when the time comes. A gift or money or a favor in return down the line or something like that. I did want to speak on Daisy's defense a bit because based on some comments, I think some people have the wrong idea about my mother-in-law. She is not elderly and those comments actually crack me up. She just turned 58 in February, so she's not a decrepit old lady, and she just doesn't like being on her feet and isn't super active. And she was legitimately excited at the thought of going to Disney World, which is partly why I wanted her to go. I wasn't wishing ill on her by any means, and I would have happily stepped aside because I thought everyone would have been happy. Feels pretty good that Peach made it clear she would have not been happy if I wasn't there. I told all the kids that I'll be going. All of them basically gave me a thumbs up and looked confused like I was telling them something they already knew. No DNA test needed. These little apathetic creatures are mine, and I hope when I get more time off in November, I can hang out with Star like I wanted to this summer. I know this post is pretty boring, but y'all have been really great with some of your park expertise. That has been the really cool thing to come out from this, and I was led to Stroller Rentals place where I found a nice double-seater that's park certified for pretty cheap. I was thinking about packing a wagon and come to find out that's not allowed, so we could have been pretty screwed once we got there. We won't have to carry around our stuff and our boys can relax and shade, so that's going to be a huge help. So thanks for the suggestion and many others, and I will take those to heart to make sure that despite the crowds and craziness, we'll all have an amazing time.
Cool. I'm glad it was a good coming back to the original plan.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. You know how hard? That's all I'm thinking.
Next update. My mother-in-law's going again.
She really wants to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I get where she's coming from, being like, yeah, it would be fun to do a family thing with like our entire family. And it's like, yeah, but that wasn't the original plan. Mm-hmm. We've already budgeted for this plan. We can do something else later. We needed someone to watch our baby at home. That's why we came to you. So I don't get why OP was apologizing to her, other than just being a kind human being. But he doesn't need to, because it's not his fault for her not going, that was the original plan. You know what I mean?
John, any closing remarks, buddy?
No, not a lot. Just I would be frustrated, but OP seems like a really good person and pretty chill, one way or the other. So yeah, more power to him. I wonder if the wife read this. If she read this after she already changed the plan again? It was like, should I change it?
Wait a minute, I'm going to end up an MID asshole.
All right, you don't have to come. I'll bring Daisy.
Yeah.
Hey, no, just tell me what you want.
I will say it is nice to usually when it comes to a situation where there's in-law dynamic, especially Reddit, it always blows up to bigger proportion. It's nice to read stories sometimes when it's like, all right, they had an adult problem and they solved it like adults and they talked it out, they compromised. And I feel like at the end of the day, they're going to be closer to each other now because I mean, OP sounds like he's going to plan something nice for the mother-in-law when they return or do something for her. And I feel like that, I wouldn't even say like, there was a little conflict here and there, but I'm glad they all have the emotional maturity to resolve it like adults and it didn't blow up to anything crazy.
Yeah. We have the opposite problem right now because Sienna wants to take her mom on a trip because her dad won't fly. And so she's like, oh, we should go like.
Wait, by choice or just doesn't want to fly?
Does not want to fly.
Okay.
And so wants to take her to Europe somewhere. And then my mother-in-law keeps going, but Josh should go with you. Like, that's not the original plan here. But
Josh can't go. He has to work with us. All right. Damn.
The plan is for you two to go, not me. And so it's literally the opposite issue. And she's like, I'll cover for you guys. And we're like, no, you're going. So,
you know what you should do is just hold the official euchre tournament in Europe. And then he has no choice but to get on a plane.
See, he runs it, so that would be tough to do.
Now you're going to have to shadow him for a little bit, Josh. Learn the system, learn how to run it, and then undermine him.
We're playing in a castle in Scotland.
I have the power. Look at me, father-in-law. I'm the captain. Oh, shit. Don't do that. I don't want you.
All right, if the Blue Jays win the, what is it called?
World Series?
The Cup? No, Stanley Cup.
The Leafs.
The Leafs.
What
Wrong
did I
team.
say?
You said
the
Blue Jays?
Which was Toronto.
All the same, guys. I was close. If they win, then the euchre tournament is in Scotland.
Ah, okay.
Interesting.
We'll try that.
We'll try it. Also, we'll send him a cameo. He'll be up for that.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Ready for the last story today before we head to the amazing Underbaki guys.
Let's do it.
All right. Last story of the day is cross-posted by Stormbreaker021.
Goat.
Definitely.
That's a go. That's a go.
Oh, now Sean knows that.
Strawberry. Who is that?
Is Stormbreaker, is that Thor's axe? Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking of the hammer. I thought it was Mjolnir.
Mjolnir, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but the axe is different.
Yeah, the one that he chops Thanos' head off.
Ah, okay.
So that's why Sean remembers that name.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's a nerd like me.
Yeah.
All right.
There's no Strawberry Bunny in the MCU, unfortunately.
Well, there might be. There's a lot of comics.
All right. The title of this one is I have a bad scar from heart surgery and I didn't tell my boyfriend about it. And now he's seen it and I feel like he's not attracted to me anymore. How can I fix this?
That would be shitty.
What kind of scar?
Heart surgery.
Yeah, heart surgery scar.
That's such a shitty thing to be like, I'm not attracted to you anymore.
Yeah, my boyfriend sounds like a little bitch.
What the fuck?
Yeah. All right. Story goes as this. I had open heart surgery when I was little. And it sounds dramatic, but to me, it's not a big deal. I don't remember it, and my parents haven't really treated me differently because of it. So I guess I know it happened, but to me, it seemed like something that just happens when you're a kid, like a broken arm or appendicitis. But as if I needed more bad luck, the incision became infected while it was still healing. It wasn't that bad because they noticed it early apparently, but because of it, my scar looks a lot worse than people usually have. I'm a bit self-conscious about it. I don't really wear low-cut stuff. It just looks really weird, and although there's definitely worse, I don't like it at all. My boyfriend and I have been dating for about 6 months. He knew that I had the surgery when I was younger, so he knew I had a scar because of that. But I didn't really tell him that it is still obvious and it's not just a flat white line like a lot of people end up getting. We haven't really done anything sexual before he found out, and I didn't really want to tell him because I just hoped it wouldn't be a big deal, and it shouldn't.
No.
But the time came and I guess I just ignored it. But I already wanted to shrivel up and die when I took my shirt off, and I'm probably being overdramatic, but I just hate it so much. But I was hoping he didn't really care. But it didn't really go that way. He said that we should probably stop. And when I asked why, he said that it was just weird to him. He didn't like seeing it. And
How old are y'all? Did they say?
OP is 18, boyfriend is 20.
I mean, just find someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah. And y'all only been dating for 6 months? What the fuck?
Yeah. There's going to be there's going to be a lot of people who don't give a shit.
Yeah. And they shouldn't, because who gives a shit?
He said that it was just weird to him. He didn't like seeing it. And that he saw me as so perfect. Something like that didn't fit me. I said that I was sorry.
We're done. We're through.
Get out.
Skedaddle.
I said that I was sorry, and I did ask if he could just try it and ignore it, but he said there was no point. And I don't know. I just felt kind of sad because I had been wanting to do that, and I thought that maybe it wouldn't matter to him because people date for a lot of things and not just looks, and ignoring that part, I think I look mostly fine. I'm not ugly when it's not visible anyway. And I don't really know how to talk to him about it. I guess I'm not really that good about talking about how I feel about it because I always just hide it. But the way he reacted hurt more than I thought it would. I told him that I'm sorry, that I should have told him that I understand he feels that way, but maybe there might be some kind of way we can compromise, but he always avoids it. And I guess that could be my fault that I thought he wouldn't care about it, but it's still hard because I feel like he's not attracted to me anymore, not like he was before anyway.
Okay.
Dump his ass.
Yeah.
You're 18.
This guy is not worth the conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let him make you beg for
No.
it. You know what I'm saying? There's no way ever that this guy is worth it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's already demonstrated what a piece of shit he is.
Mm-hmm.
Why even continue to try? You know what I mean? You're 18. There's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, he's a shallow piece of shit, and like, it's just like that should not matter to someone who actually cares about you. It's so like, yeah, and you told him you had it. That's as far as the conversation should go about what it looks like. You know what I mean? What a garbage human being.
And she should apologize for absolutely not a fucking thing. You had surgery when you were little to save your life. What the fuck is a scar gonna? If anything, a scar tells a story. A scar tells a nice.
Sorry, I didn't die.
Yeah, it's a story where like, hey, I'm a fucking survivor. You know, like at the end, like I was young. I went to this complicated ass surgery, and I'm still fucking here, alive and kicking. It sounds like OP in a story has a lot of insecurities about herself. She probably has some sort of like self-esteem issues.
Yeah, who didn't at 18?
Who didn't? Right?
Yeah.
Like everyone looked like. And it sucks that we always compare each other to like, a lot of her language, she was saying that, like, I've seen people with scars like this, but it's not as bad. But girl, you're a survivor. Fucking my suggestion, I'd say you said you were scared to wear like low cut dress because you didn't like how the way it looked. I'd flaunt the fuck out of it if I were you.
Yeah.
And if, and it's over time, like, you can have conversations with people that can go up to you, be like, oh my God, that scar is cool. Like, where'd you get that from? And hopefully when you hear that, over time, that it gives you the confidence boost you need, that you don't need to work things out with this piece of shit guy. Like he's not worth it. Like what the guys are saying, you're 18, got a lot of life to live. You survived a life already. Fucking don't waste it anymore on this damn idiot.
No, because a scar is only skin deep. And if that's as far as he cares about you, he's not worth your fucking time.
Absolutely. Ugh. All right, guys, ready for the amazing Underbaki section, my brothers?
Let's do it.
All right. So the amazing Underbaki pulled a lot of r/unpopular opinions for this. So
whoa.
I guess the question got to be asked. Is this poster okay? All right. So first story, again, posted from r/unpopular opinion by Teppanyaki.
So close to teppanyaki.
That sounds good.
That sounds delicious.
Mm-hmm. You fuck with teppanyaki, Josh?
I don't know what that is.
He would.
Maybe.
You'd fuck with it.
Sure. Okay. I fuck with it.
Yeah.
The title for this one is "It Shouldn't Be Illegal to Keep the Bones of Your Deceased Loved Ones."
Is it illegal?
I don't know, but I feel there's a lot of cultures that keep their,
Yeah, I will say, aren't there a lot of cultures and religions that have like temples made out of skulls and bones? And
I mean, there's a lot of religious relics with bones.
For sure.
Like,
underneath churches, there are like bones and stuff. I mean, I guess, yeah, why not?
What's the difference between that and keeping like the ashes?
The ashes.
You know what I mean?
As long as everything is sanitized.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Bodies don't. I mean, where does everything else go? You know what I mean? Like, what do you?
I mean, they have their own like system when it comes to like embalming and all that shit. So that's way beyond my expertise.
Yeah, I know nothing about it.
No, neither do I. I don't know how you'd extract the bones, but once you have the bones, I don't see where the issue is.
Well, I mean, when you bury somebody and you like they do the embalming, like they take out all this stuff. It's essentially like the more there are like underground, they're essentially going to be just bones at a certain point. That's why like people exhume, when people exhume bodies, it's basically like exhuming old bones, essentially.
And bones are their money.
Yeah.
Worms are their dollars.
All right.
Brian him or Brian me? Your name's also Brian? No, that's why I'm so fucking confused.
Just like me right now. I don't know where that fucking reference is from.
That's a deep cut.
You do.
Tim Robinson.
Is it a deep cut? That's like one of my favorite ones.
Oh, yeah. But
which one was that one?
First season.
Oh, the Johnny Cash thing?
Yeah.
But they're like, we're not interested in your song.
Oh, when he was trying to play in the studio booth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was.
The bones are their money.
I was paying half attention like during watching that shit. All right. So it goes as this. They're not using them anymore, and you could keep them as an awesome skeleton statue. Plus, it's like 100,000 times more ethical than getting human bones legally.
I don't like
I think it should be illegal for OP.
I don't think OP deserves bones.
So why is it an issue?
You had me at the title.
So why is it an issue if I want to die and be displayed in an awesome pose? Is this poster okay?
If that's your wish, then sure. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, I stand by what I said. We had most of the conversation before the actual post.
Yeah, we stand by what we said, but OP is not okay.
It's okay unless you're just OP.
Yeah, it sounds like he just wants action figures.
Oh, all right.
Maybe make it like difficult to get. You got to write a test.
Jesus Christ.
They have to check your Reddit history.
Yeah.
This is going to disqualify the fuck out of it. Yeah. Oh, it's funny that you guys brought up Tim Robinson because the next question, I guess.
Oh, God.
Fedoras are a superior hat and people should wear them again.
Gotta be right next to it.
Yo, that fedora with the do-rag shit was wild.
The safari flaps.
All right. To be clear, I'm talking about the soft felt Indiana Jones style ones, not the trilby. I don't know what that is. As someone who has been described as blindingly pale and sometimes blisters through sunscreen, a broad-brimmed hat is a godsend when doing things outdoors in the summer. I don't like the color distortion from sunglasses, but a broad-brimmed hat works just as well. And a felt hat works surprisingly well in the rain. In light drizzle, I don't need an umbrella or a raincoat if I've got my hat. It's not quite as good as a ball cap for driving because the back brim can bump up against the headrest, but if you adjust it right, it works great for keeping the sun out of your eyes when driving too. I'm sure a straw boater or a Stetson would work as well, but
this person has put in a lot of research.
But I like that felt hats have some give, and gosh darn it, they do look cool too. And he sounds white as fuck.
Oh yeah,
gosh darn it!
Oh, that doggone fedora. Let me wear that shit right now. Is this poster okay?
What? Sorry, what was the original claim?
He said fedoras are superior hat, and people should wear them again.
I mean, people do wear them.
I can't ever rock a fedora.
No, I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I could.
I will say it depends on the outfit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're just rocking a t-shirt and you throw that on, I don't know.
No, even if I had to wear like something formal and then a fedora on top, I can't. See, it just feels weird.
I can't remember, but I'm almost certain when Bruno Mars first came out, I went through a little.
Oh, all the Filipinos did, bro. Like
the fucking not straw, but that khaki looking fedora face. I definitely went through that
for sure. I think that was you kind of brought it back. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, the only time it's okay to wear that is when you are driving someone with a cigar in your mouth. You gotta be right next to me.
People want to kill me.
I'm going to kill you, driving crooner.
You're dead, driving crooner. Sean hates this.
I do. Shit. I don't remember any. I just remember the face, but I don't remember any of the lines.
You know what? I Googled Bruno Mars fedora. I'm not going to lie. He looks sick.
He does.
He can pull it off. He can definitely pull it off. That motherfucker's just cool. Anything he does is fucking cool.
It depends on what you wear. I will say, OP. I think you're fine. As long as you're stylish, you could pull it off. I think you just need the right fit and the right confidence. I'll tell you right now, you can't rock a fedora right now. You don't sound confident at all.
You see, to me, he's not okay because he's saying fedoras are a superior hat. So he's probably looking down on a lot of people that don't rock fedoras.
I don't know if he's looking down per se.
Once you claim something is much superior than it's superior, you're probably like, nah.
Maybe he's saying if he's out in the sun, like a ball cap, the back of his neck is getting burnt the fuck up.
Yeah.
So for his purpose,
it's superior to him, basically.
Sure.
What it sounds like.
Yeah.
And in which case, wear what you want, brother.
If you can rock it. Shit. Yeah. All right. Last one for the day. This one is from Tyler, lower score W, lower score 1226. Fucking Tyler, it's his ghost.
He's coming back.
Well, look at Sean's camera about to get this started again, bro.
You can't ever make it do it.
All right. The title for this one is Plea Deals Shouldn't Be Allowed.
I'm going to be honest. That
should have been something that was in my Googling of law terms, that one episode with Alex.
Basically, all right. So they're kind of do a little explanation. So the government should be required to prove their burden against a defendant to convict them. It's undeniable that countless innocent people have been sent to prison because they received a plea deal on, let's say, a robbery charge and weigh their odds of being found guilty at trial and receiving the max penalty versus taking a reduced sentence via a deal. The government is able to entice innocent people into saying they're guilty simply out of fear of having the book thrown at them if they went to trial. Obviously, defendants should still be able to enter a guilty plea if they wish, but it should not be predicated on the promise of a reduced sentence.
I mean, I think okay. Lawyers in the comments, don't come after me because I'm an idiot. But I agree. I think it sounds like it's very coercive in nature, and when people are faced with, let's say life in prison, or hey, if you cut us a deal, we'll give you 5 years max. It's like, I'm going to weigh my odds there and be like, well, do I want to risk going to court and potentially being wrongfully convicted and being put in jail for life? Or do I just lower it and go 5 years? It's like, yeah, it's pretty coercive. And I think most people would go for that.
I also going with this poster is okay. But on the flip side of that, and as someone who listens to a lot of true crime, I've heard a lot of stories where like actual people who committed the crime takes certain plea deals and they get some of their sentences reduced. And that part pisses me off.
Yeah. So it's bad on both ends.
It really is.
Okay.
It really is.
That's
like some people get, some people, like, let's say serial killers, for example, right? They take a plea deal by saying like, all right, well, I'm going to get my one life sentence reduced. Motherfucker's going to die in jail anyways.
Yeah.
But if I take a plea deal, I'll reveal you where the rest of the bodies that I hit type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's extreme examples of that. And there's like some where it's just like, hey, I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to enter a plea deal with these drug charges or however, like they'll get some sort of sentence reduced. Some crimes I'm like, Some crimes I'm like, okay, but I also see the coercive aspect of that.
Yeah. And I mean, the larger problem is they're just getting thrown in prison and they're not actually reforming them.
No. And that's a whole nother topic too, because sometimes like they take advantage of them in terms of like,
Oh, absolutely.
But they're fighting fires.
Yeah. But the real piece of shit I could not give less about.
No. The actual people that committed the crimes. I mean, should still like be tried to be rehabilitated. But anyway, that's a whole other discussion.
Yeah. I mean, there's some people that are worth beyond saving, in my opinion, but that's just me.
And I will say, I understand. I think what plea deals are for to speed up the process to get through more cases. But it's like, we should just, invest more into the judicial system if that's what we want to do.
Yeah. Sean?
Yeah. Poster isn't okay. Habeas corpus. Moving on.
Shit. Well, those are his true thoughts, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode. But before we close it off, anything you guys would like to bring up?
Just want to say happy birthday to Sean again.
Oh,
thank you. The ghost has finally left you alone for a little bit, Sean.
I know.
But yeah, I hope you have a good birthday, buddy. And don't forget to vote, Canadians, today. Get out there. Vote while you listen to this. You can have it at your headphones in.
Damn right.
Make sure we don't go down the path of our neighbors.
Please help us.
It's a hellhole down here, Canadians.
We love it here.
Oh, fuck. And then go Leafs go. That's my only other thing.
Sean, anything you'd like to close out, buddy?
No. Vibing out on my birthday. That's it. Oh, go Rockets. We're in the playoffs. Maybe this is optimism. After game 1, I'm still not worried. I think we're going to beat Curry.
Okay.
I don't know.
None of my teams are in the playoffs. Fuck my life, but go Chargers. Please draft correctly.
You can just become a bandwagon fan, John.
Hell no, never. I'm loyal to a
hockey team. Of a hockey team.
Oh, that's true. Go Leafs.
There we go. The worst team you could have picked, but
we'll
Leafs.
Take you.
We'll take you in the wagon.
Because I will never support a California team besides my Chargers.
Okay, fair enough.
Go Vegas Golden Knights.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Let's win another one.
Damn it.
All right. Well, that is it for this week with Maniacs. Remember, if you enjoy what we do, become a patron, become a YouTube member. And for this episode, please shower Sean with all the birthday greetings and spell his name correctly, please.
Yeah.
Buy our merch or he'll cry.
Yeah. I'll do it.
See you on the bonus live stream for the Rich. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Get therapy.